Welcome back to Frampton Forge YouTube. I'm just going to do a little bit of filming for a customer to show him silver soldering in our high frequency induction machines and how the timing system works on it. So I'm going to put a piece of tube in there. I'm going to silver solder a tungsten carbide tip, but we're just going to play around first and show you how the heat works. So I'll just turn the pump on. It gets noisy though. Now I drilled a little piece of wood, so this will just hold the bar in the middle without touching the coil, and it's non-conductive. Now when we normally heat bar, we normally just have it set, everything put up fairly high. I just put my foot on the bottom of the pedal. I'll get another piece of bar. Yeah, I'll heat one of these up. When I'm forging, the coil's the other way, and I'm not interested in the right heat every time. All I want to do is heat the bar up to a forging temperature. So it's just set on manual. 25 kilowatt machine. So it's set on manual. I'm going to do a little YouTube later on. I'm going to put a crucible in one of these. And someone's asked if I can heat rivets in there for hot riveting. So we're going to swap one around with the crucible I'll do in a little while. But I'll just keep heating and heating because I want to forge with it. So it's set on manual. So I'll set it on automatic because I now want to silver solder. So I'll put a little switch on there. Now these are your settings for your amps. Now I don't ever adjust them when the machine is running. You can damage the circuit boards in there. You should preset the machine how you want it. Stop and then turn it up if you want to and then start again. Same as a welded set. Don't turn the amps up and down as you're using the machine. Now you've got a heat time, a retain time and a cooling time. The cooling time is just set so you can't reinitiate the sequence. It will call for 10 minutes or 8 seconds or whatever you set it at. So I'm not really going to use that because I'm just going to take the bar out once it's heated anyway. But I'll demonstrate how it works. So if I just put a bar in there, and I've set the heat time at 8 seconds and the retain time at 8 seconds. Now there's your retain heat. There's your heat. So if I set that down low and I set my retain up high, I'll show you. Once I initiate it, I'll initiate with the foot pedal. It's low. It's set on low setting. Once it counts up to 8 seconds, now it's going on to retain time, which is set a lot higher. Now if any time I want to stop it, I can do that and it'll stop it and it'll start again. So my retain heat, if I want to retain the same temperature, they've both got to be set the same. So if I set it about there, and I'll set it 8 and 8, I'll set the cooling time anyway, so you can see what happens when you do the cooling time. What it will do is it will stop you reinitiating the program. So here it goes. It'll go up to 8 seconds on heat. Now it'll go on retain and it'll keep the same temperature. So if you're silver soldering, you can now mess about when it's hot enough. Then it'll turn off. Now I can't operate it until that comes off again there. So if I set that a bit higher, I'll set that on 7. Now what it's going to do now, it's already red hot and it's sensing that it's non-magnetic, so it's not going to jump up. So he's now on cooling time. Now you'll get that with an induction heater. If it's already red hot, it don't always initiate itself going to high frequency. It jumps past its transition phase and it's non-magnetic. So if I put it back in, you'll see that program will work alright now. Here he goes, it's going up now. Right, let's turn that off. I'll turn that one off. Right, I'll set that back down. Let's try it again. That's red hot still. So it's jumping up on the retain. Not when it's first starting. Right, what we've done is I've turned the heat time up a bit more, and that should counteract that trying to restart when it's red hot. So we'll try it. So the heat's set a little bit higher than the retain. He's getting red hot. Now it's on retain. Right, now we'll try it again and see if it goes back up to high frequency. Yeah, it has. So if you want to restart it, what you really want then is you want your heat time slightly higher than your retain time, because he's trying to start on non-magnetic. Right, then what we'll do is we'll silver solder the piece in. Right, this is the flux coated silver solder that the customer's given us to have a play with. So we'll just see if we can mount this on the top of that bit of mild steel. But when they put the tool tip in, you better to flux around the whole thing and then put it in the machine, because by the time it gets hot it's oxidising and you want to stop that while it's working. So we'll just try this and I'll let that get hot first. More heat. There it goes. So judging by the fumes coming off of this, you're going to need a fume extractor, and that looks like it needs more heat, so I'm going to turn that up a bit more. Straight on there, and that's just on retain now. That's probably too much. Turn it down a little bit. We'll go back to 8. We'll go back to 8. It's already hot. I think that's perfect. So I'll just try him again. It's getting red hot. There it goes. 8 seconds, and then it's retaining at 8. So we can still probably turn it down a bit more. It depends on the mass material, but we'll try it with a tool edge. So we'll now try and put the customer's tool in there. It's a little boring bar, and we'll just try and solder it in. You can have a look. Right, what we've done, we've set this a little bit up on the retaining. So I've got 8 seconds of heat, 9 seconds of retaining. So if I turn that on, look, I'll leave this here because it'll help it now. It starts getting red hot. It's now on retain. That gives me 9 seconds to flow the solder in. We've got 9 seconds. You've got 8 seconds to heat it, 9 seconds to put silver solder in, and I think that's practical. Right, there's the boring bar, and it's soldered in. But it's just a matter of playing around with the timing to get it dead right, to get enough time without melting the tungsten or overheating. It's just playing around with it. Once you get it right for that, this is a slightly bigger mass, then it should be fine, and then just shine them out. But you need to flux in the joint first. I don't think heating it and then running the soldering is the best option. You're better off with a little bit of fluxing paste, stick it in, put it together, then put it in there, then it can't oxidise, and then once it's hot, the silver solder just runs straight in. Because the flux is on the outside of the rod, which is fine when you're gas heating, but when you're heating with this, you're better off protecting that against oxidisation. Well, I hope that helps you. I'll be back soon with some more YouTube. What I'll do next, I've got another customer, he wants me just to try out putting a crucible in, like I said earlier, and heating rivets up so we can use it on site, but I'll probably do that next week. All right, thank you very much.